Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is day 2, part 6 of the Shoji X Female Listener. Enjoy. You're just saying that to make me feel better, he replied glumly, keeping your eyes averted from his. No, I mean it, he said as he carried you into your room and lay you down on the bed. Do you have everything here that you need? You hummed, looking over at your desk. It's been a horrible day and I kind of just want snacks and stuff, he said sadly. But I don't really have anything here. I ate my last block of chocolate yesterday. Only 1 block? He asked with an air of curious teasing in his voice. Okay, 5, but I want more, he replied as he rolled onto your side and curled up in a ball. Shoji could see you were miserable and wanted to help, so he turned to the door. I'll get you 5 more blocks. I know your favourite, he added as he headed for the door and then walked out. You didn't say anything, just sighed once he had left and listened to his footsteps disappearing down the stairs. He's a good friend, telling me nice things. I just wish it was real though, because I've been crushing on him for a while now. When he says nice stuff like that, it kind of hurts, because I know it's just lip service. You thought as a heavy frown overtook your face, and you turned your head into your pillow to soak up the tears as they fell rapidly. If I had him as my boyfriend and didn't have to go to any school anymore, that would be awesome, because that would stop any bullying. But neither of those things are ever going to happen, you sniffed. Shoji spoke to your mum again once he had come back down the stairs and told her he was going to get you some chocolates to make you feel better. Your mum thanked him once more for his kind consideration of you and for him saving you that day. I really do want to keep her close, Shoji said to your mum. I care about her a lot. She's an amazing person, he said. Your mum smiled softly. Please keep a watch over her always, Shoji. I trust you, she said kindly. If she would allow it, I'd watch over her my whole life, he replied, and your mum bowed to him and he returned the bow before leaving to go and get to the store and get you some chocolates. As he left, your mum smiled at his disappearing shadow through the frosted glass. It sounds like he has a real soft spot for my girl, and I think she might feel the same, your mum thought, remembering back to that Christmas when you and Shoji were about age 13. You hadn't wanted to go, but your mum insisted that you needed to come to the local hall to help set up for the Christmas markets and sing in the carols. But Mum, it's going to be so boring and no one's going to be there that I know, you complained, whining pitifully about having to do this. Darling, Shoji's going to be there. I've already spoken to his mum, your mum said. What? You gasped. What do you mean Shoji's going to be there? He's at his grandparents' place this weekend, right? He's coming back this afternoon to help with setup, your mum said, so you'll have your best friend there. Your eyes bulged with shock, and then you looked down at your very plain jeans and jumper and screeched. I can't go in this, I have to change, you shouted, racing back up to your room to change into something supposedly better. Your mum found it very amusing that all of a sudden you wanted to look better once you knew Shoji was going to be there, and judging by how your face lit up when you saw him at the hall, she knew that you had a little special place in your heart for him. Oh, I hope they realise their feelings for each other, your mum thought, as she went back to doing her laundry and finish it for the day. It was about 45 minutes later that Shoji came back with chocolates, and you gave him a smile as he entered your room. I see you bring me gifts from afar, you joked. They didn't have it at the corner store, so I had to go the next block, he said as he sat down on the bed beside you and passed you a block. Hey, no, I want all of them, you said teasingly, as he reached out to grab the other 4 blocks in his other hand. He raised them out of your reach, so you pushed off the bed and got onto your knees to reach them, but he just held it higher. That's not fair, you pouted as you placed a hand on his knee and reached across his body to try and swipe at them, but his arms were far too long and you couldn't reach. Here, this one's yours, he said, trying to stop you from taking the others. No, I want them all, you said, taking a kneeling step closer and then putting your hand that you had previously had on his knee on his chest to stretch further, but you still couldn't reach. And then you became keenly aware that you were well and truly inside his personal bubble, and you looked into his blushing face before quickly moving back. Sorry, I didn't mean to, you mumbled. Okay, fine, I'll take this one, you said, quickly taking it from his closer hand and sitting back on the bed. But you better leave the other ones here before you go. Thank you for getting them for me, by the way. You didn't have to go out of your way to get them, you know. You could have just gotten my second favourite. I still would have loved it. Oh no. But I wanted to get them for you. I would do anything to see you happy, he said, and you looked away and rubbed your cheek to stop yourself from showing any emotion. Stop being so nice, you pouted. I'm being serious. Why won't you believe me? He asked. You shrugged. I don't know, it's just too good to be true, you said softly. Anyway, so what's going to happen now? Like, do I call your school or... Shoji wanted to keep pursuing the previous topic, but you looked a little flustered, so he let it slide for now. But he really did want to come back to it. He was determined to let you know how he truly felt about you. I'll talk to the principal and ask when the next intake is. You might need to do an exam to get in. He said, we had to take on robots and defeat them, so you might need to do the same. You hummed with a mouthful of chocolate. Yeah, it should be okay. As Shoji kept talking, you looked down to see the state of your skin and noticed the mottling was fading slightly. Shoji noticed that you were inspecting your arms while he spoke, and he reached out and put a hand on your arm, which startled you and you pulled it back quickly. What? You asked in a suddenly urgent voice. Don't worry about how you look. I don't care. He said. I care, though, you replied. You shouldn't. If you could see yourself through my eyes, you would realize how beautiful you are. He said softly, and you fell backwards on the bed and grabbed for your pillow and shoved it over your face. Shoji, stop! You wailed into the pillow. Why are you suddenly saying all these nice things? I've been holding back before, but now I can't hold back any longer. He said. You pulled your pillow from your face and sat up, facing him. What do you mean by that? You asked. Yin, your mum called. I've just written an email to your school to tell them that you won't be there for the next few weeks. I haven't told them we're transferring. I'll wait till it's confirmed that you're at UA before I deregister you from the school, she called. Okay, you called back, looking back to Shoji. You just sat there looking at each other silently. I'd better call the school and see when the next intake is, Shoji suddenly said. Wait, what did you mean by before? You said as he stood up. He shook his head. I'll explain later. For now, my main focus is your safety. We're getting you out of your school and into UA so we can be together, he said. Just the way he said it and the way your heart skipped a beat, you thought you were going to explode, but you managed to not self-combust on the spot, and you nodded and watched as he left your room. What on earth was all that about? You wondered, as your stomach finally settled enough for you to have more chocolate. What indeed? Stay tuned for next week. Part 7 will be up then. I'll see you then.